Wike's structure has been removed from Rivers State. See, I saw a video of Wike years ago when I think that was his first dispensation or his first tenure, when he was saying that nobody can come to Rivers State and tell them what to do, that Rivers State does not belong to, Rivers State is not Lagos. Of all of this, I would have loved to put up the footage, but of course, reuse content. That's why I don't use anything again, because I've suffered that a long time. So, and he mentioned that because that was when he was having the issues with Amechi. And you all know the problem between Wike and Amechi. It never ended on a normal ground. It was a bad one. And they had this back and forth, and Wike was saying no, and Amechi was saying no. And then it took the presidency to step in during the time of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, because Wike had to happened to be very close to the president's wife at the time, and so there was this reconciliation they had. But when Wike was saying, it was very emphatic. He said when Odili left, Odili didn't look back. Why would Amechi be looking back? That when Wike leaves government, he's not going to look back. But at the end of the day, I noticed that Wike was not doing as he has said. So now I know how painful it is when you put someone in power. And this is why they keep saying this godfatherism thing should end. Because if it doesn't end, it's going to still continue. Because even the Fubara you are saying today, when he leaves office and puts someone, he is going to still want to exert some, control over the state. Now, the irony of the whole matter is after Sim Fubara's people went to send the police officers away that said they came from the IG, and they sang the song you saw yesterday and all of that, sending them out of the place. They don't want any protection, that the court had already held that there should be no protection from the federal, and they said they can protect themselves. And then they went to the secretary where they had the collation center, River State Collation Center, and they were there. So the governor came and asked them what they were doing there. They drove them away, they left. And then there was this protest kind of, rally that went ahead, some men singing, Fubara they come, all of those kind of things. So after the election happened, they said out of 23 council, whatever, 23 positions or 23 candidates. It's out of the local government, 23 local governments, it's 22 that the other party won. The party that won is, I think, APPP something that won. That party is a party that Fubara threw his weight behind, because since the PDP did not win, they did not do their primaries, and they were not cleared to contest for the election. So they had to leave that particular election, and so they had to put their own vote in another party. Now, in order for Wike to exert his authority to show that he's still in charge of Rivers State, he brought in his own boys, and they did not win. So for Sim to have won 22 out of 23, it shows already who holds the power. I think he just wanted to see. Let me tell you something. A governor is a very powerful person. Being a governor of a state is a very powerful thing. It's not something that you would you cannot fight a governor, except that governor does not have balls. You cannot fight a governor. You must really know what you are doing. You must know your onions. If not, it will just be bad market for you. You understand? So that was what happened. And Fubara won the case. He won the election. His people won. So somebody came to my comment section and was telling me, I'm rejoicing over the win. That this thing that is going on in Rivers State, it might benefit me now, but I don't know what the kind of monster I'm building. I'm like, I don't understand. How am I building a monster? Am I from Rivers State? am I supporting? Who am I supporting? Does it concern me? When they make their money, do they give me? My own is to analyze and tell you what has happened in Rivers State. So right now, there's this building that was they brought out, half demolished. They say it's Wike. That's how they are demolishing his structures. Wike does not have any structure in Rivers State anymore. That this will send a strong message to the presidency to tell them that this is not, Abuja. And the same thing Wike said, time passed. He said this is not Lagos, and then he was saying it like talking about Tinubu, but now he's working with Tinubu. So the whole thing, politics is a game of interest. If you ask me, politics is purely a game of interest. It's not something that they don't have permanent friends, they don't have permanent enemies. So at the end of the day, you just know that it's not. Politics should not make you get to a point where you begin to have enmity between yourselves and all of that. It should not let you get to that point. So, my people, what do you think? Let's know in the comment section. Do you think what Wike is doing is good? Because if Wike's structure has been gone down like that, brought down both the physical structure and the political structure and all the structures he has in Rivers State, it's not a good sign. I think it's always good to leave when the ovation is loudest. So immediately Wike left Rivers State and he heard that Fubara was trying to probe the project he had given out. He would have just called Fubara to ask if it's true. And if he says yes, and he asks him what the problem was, and he says, this is a problem you get, you would have seen that it would have been okay, it would have been okay. There's no point trying to make a case out of nothing. Because the more you try to question his authority, he will keep trying to prove you wrong and he will keep trying to make you feel small. So it's better when you see things like this, just avoid it. Because now everybody, even your followers, are like, hey, which means the way they are looking at this whole thing, this man's grants are not gaining again. No. They would definitely want to move on. Do you understand? So it's high time you just forgot about everything that is going on and forge ahead, because at the end of the day, he is the governor of Rivers State, not you. He is the governor. So what do you stand to gain? Now, because from the way it's looking, you have threatened that you are not going to allow Fubara to win again. But the way it's looking, Fubara will have to win, because if all the local government chairmen are loyal to him, sir, he will win. Fubara will win the 2027. So it's high time you all listen to what Odili had told you earlier on, so that everything will be better and you forge ahead. Because the way you have just Wike, man, I just feel for him, because, well, if the local government election will be like this, imagine what will happen during imagine what is going to happen during the governorship election that will be coming up in the next few years. So at the end of the day, when you are in power as a leader, leave when the ovation is loudest. Just the way they honored you and you did everything, you did inauguration and left. That's how you should have left and not looked back. Honestly. Because at the end of the day, your respect should be intact, not disgrace at the end of all this.